On this episode of Science with Shields, we are going to make the M on the M&M float. Everyone, it is meteorologist Christy Shields, and on this episode of Science with Shields, we are going to show you how to make the M from an M&M float on top of the water. So what do you need for this experiment? You will need a little dish, and we have one right here, some room temperature water, and some M&Ms, preferably ones that have the M's 100% on them. So what you're going to do is you are going to fill up your dish with a little bit of water. So I am going to start to fill it up, and you're going to want to stick your M&M right in the center with the M up. So again, you want to put this in your dish with the M up and slowly pour that room temperature water on top of your M&M. And you will start to see the dye from the M&M start to mix with the water, and that'll start to happen, but that M is going to stay there. Now, what's happening with this experiment is parts of the M&M candy are water soluble. So they are going to mix in with the water, but there is a hard shell on the M&M plus the M that is not water soluble. So that's going to float to the top because it also has to do with density as well. And that hard shell and the M lettering is going to be less dense than the water, so it's going to float to the top of the water. So what you're going to do for this experiment, it is going to take a while, and you're going to let that M&M again soak in the water for probably about 10 to 20 minutes here, and you can start to see again the green dye mixing in, and eventually that M will lift off of the M&M and start to float in the water because it is not water soluble and also because it is less dense than the water. Now we have already had an M&M soaking to show this to you guys. So if we take a look over here, you can see that the M&M candy is still at the bottom of the water because it is more dense than the water. But on the top, there it is, the M floating at the top. And then the green dye surrounding it because it did mix in with the water. But that M is not mixed in because that M is not water soluble, so it is still right there floating at the top. Really cool experiment here, and you can try it out with any type of M&M. We just used green ones here, and if we take a look at our other one that is starting to dissolve, you can see that the green dye is mixing in, but the M is still on the M&M. But eventually within 10 to 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to get this where that M is floating at the top of the water. Try this out, let us know how it goes, and if you want, you can use hashtag Science with Shields. Send us a picture of your M's floating on top of the water, and you can find more science experiments if you head over to wearecentralpa.com.